if I give you $1,000 today and you can only invest in the layer one protocols, the dApp platform, smart contract platforms. So for example, ETH2, ETH to ETH2, Solana, Cardano, Polkadot, Binance, maybe add in whatever you want. But it's not so much about the money in terms of an investment, but how would you divvy up that $1,000 that you would think would have some success in a long-term hold, into the future for dApp platforms?
Marius, you want to take this? I can, so basically only layer one, protocols and so on.
And we can only invest in one thing, right?
No, divvy up that $1,000. Okay, how do you kind of rank them to have a good allocation, what you think would be a successful portfolio from a developer point of view?
There's eGold, there's Cosmos, there's Algorand, all of those.
Yeah. So actually, maybe this might be controversial, but I think, first of all, it depends on your goals, So if you are going for safe investment, let's maybe, you want returns in, let's say, 5 year.
Come on, this is fun. Let's roll the dice.
Yeah, it's fun. Okay.
what you want to invest, not what you want to make a profit on.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, if it's fun,
be real with it. Be real with it. For sure.
Of course.
To be honest, I would definitely take like $100 from this, maybe even $200, invest in some smaller market cap coins, which people might not really be aware of, and make a bigger profit. So I think even if you lose this $100, this is not such a big deal. You still have 900 left, and I'm talking about this because, for example, on BSC, I think that it's really possible if you do a good research, good due diligence, and so on. It's like very, very possible to do 2x, 3x on new launches. So I would go for that, just to have some fun. But as for long-term hodl and so on, I would go probably maybe for, if it's like layer one, so I would go for Algorand maybe. Some part of it would go to Ethereum, some part of it would go to there are 2 projects right now, Avalanche, this is like one thing, and Luna. So those 2 projects, and with the rest of the money, probably like the boring thing, maybe just to have something in Ethereum and Bitcoin. But to have some fun, a part of it will go to like BSC, new projects, very small market cap, because you actually can do a lot of profit there, even if it's only hype. If you do it right, you can do 10x, 100x, and so on. This is very short term. Then I would use this money to invest in actual, let's say, use case based coins and so on. Let me maybe add one thing. This is not a financial advice, and not a promotion, but there will be a cool project coming out called Layer Zero. They will start on BSC, and they want to accomplish a very cool thing. So, allowing people to, let's say, take this one step lower and trade crypto, on every possible blockchain. There are currently some projects which aim to do that, but I think that this might be a game changer. So definitely I would save, some part of this money or profits to also invest in it. So this is like my, let's say, potential portfolio. And I would definitely try to have some fun, because obviously you can, put everything in Bitcoin, possibly according to stock to flow model, get like, 20x from 5 years from now. But I would definitely try to make some, short-term profits as well. Yeah. So just my point of view.
Yeah, that sounds pretty solid. So let me start with what I would not like to invest. So Bitcoin is safe, but I'm not really a fan of it that much. Like, it's pretty boring, to be honest. I'm also not investing in anything that doesn't have a utility for the wider adoption of the blockchain right now. So I would put my safe, let's say, safe basket in Luna, Solana, and Ethereum, and also layer zero. But because I see a huge potential for adoption of that, because what we're really missing out on right now is that there are so many blockchains out there coming out every day. And you can really release, you can only release your platform, your DeFi app, whatever, on one of them at the same time, or if you're lucky and you have like compatible chains like BSC and Ethereum, then you can kind of try to tackle both with the same code. But if you want to really expand beyond that, then you're gonna have to spend a lot of time and consolidating everything like that. So I think layer 0 and any layer 0 related platforms that are beyond the blockchains in trying to unify the different disconnected chains is something that we need to make sure that the platforms are interoperable and can work with each other. So I'm looking forward to seeing this happen, and I really hope that this project will work out, or a very similar project with this within this space, because frankly, because I need it. I need something, even like in our forthcoming bridge to Ethereum, I need a solid mechanism to be able to connect that. So you can either develop it, but ideally, if there would be a solution out of the box that you only need to tweak to make it work, then we can so much easier expand to other blockchains, which is something that we need, because why should you write code to all of the other chains? So yeah, layer 0 for me as well. And I'll be also looking for chains that solve problems like, for example, not being able to store large files. But yeah, I'm right now thinking as more of a technical person, so not necessarily to generate a return, but for the projects I really want to see happen. So that's kind of my way of looking at it.
Appreciate that. And you guys are early investors in layer 0?
So not yet. So basically, it's like layer 0.network. We just know a guy who works with them, and we see a really big potential. So there are some projects, as I mentioned, which try to accomplish that, but I like the technical approach. So yeah, we plan to invest in it in like November, and potentially, we will be aiming to basically take MarketMove to other blockchains apart from Ethereum and so on. So this could come in handy. Yeah,
the next Solana, you're saying?
Let's
possibly. They're technically not a chain, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to look into it. Anyway, gentlemen,
for MarketMove, what's the use case of the MarketMove token? You kind of mentioned it, but why is it needed in this platform?
So basically, you need MarketMove to pay for our services. So some of our services are free for both reasons, that we want to help people invest safer regardless of their wallet. But if you want to place orders on our exchange, you will have to pay with Move, which is a pretty similar business model to what Binance currently has. The other products will also require to spend or hold moves to be able to access that. So this is a utility coin which serves as an internal currency in our application. It's also required if you want to receive staking rewards with the move, but it will be introduced in a couple of months.